All right, so this is long overdue. As far as I know, I haven't changed anything with the microphone, at least since I fixed it. Ever since I realized that there was a problem. So, note to self, always go back and listen to the video to make sure the microphone is working. Because apparently, there's this little button on the side. I don't know what it does. I just know that you have to turn the volume all the way up on whatever device you're listening to in order to hear me speak. And that's been for I don't know how long, but it's been a while apparently. As in way back, I say way back, but as in like last week when the other thing is that it makes the microphone sound like, really that it's underwater is the best way to describe it. But it's like you can barely hear me even when you turn the volume all the way up, and the microphone sounds like it's underwater. It's really weird. I don't know what that button does. I'd have to look at the user's manual, whatever, to see what that does. So I just found out about that today. That's great. Go fuck yourself and die. Love when shit falls for absolutely no reason. It's absolutely just wonderful. So yeah, I just found out that today, after going back and listening to a couple different videos, that my microphone, I guess this button got pressed on the receiver, and ever since this button got pressed, my microphone, the audio has been screwed basically. Or well, anytime I've used the microphone, the audio has been screwed. So anyway, so finally fixed that because I realized what happened. I realized that I realized that there was an issue, and I was able to fix the issue. And before I left, I did a test on the microphone just from using the camera's audio, not uploading anything, and it sounded good. So we seem to be good. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll see what happens after today. But anyway, on to the important conversation, or this next important part. And honestly, I was gonna do a video after my lift yesterday, the leg day, but my camera died mid-pose down. That's why it just cuts off when I'm trying to hit my side chest. It just, the video ends. So, and then in the pull day pose down, I forgot at what point, but basically I eventually realized that I forgot my microphone at home after I'm already at the gym, and I have to do a double take on The intro, I forgot why. Oh shit, I thought the light turned green. Ugh. That was weird. But for the pull day, yeah, basically I realized during the 2 different intros that I recorded, and I deleted them both, so that's why the video starts at the first set of neutral grip pull downs. I realized that I leave my microphone at home, so I'm like, great. And that's why I don't speak during the post down either, but so yeah, that's that for the pull day. But as far as the content drought goes, and by that I mean why I haven't been posting, why I haven't posted anything, except for when I just started posting shit yesterday, and then I'm finally back up to caught up again today, is because I was having a bunch of different technical issues, difficulties. What do I mean by that? Well, my video editing software decided to shit on me. Why are you fucking stopping, you stupid dumbass? It's a yield sign, not a stop sign. You're brain dead. Holy shit. Yeah, nice turn signal, retard. Dude. The amount of demographics that should be banned from driving is actually insane. Anyway, oh, so my video editing software just decided to shit on me, so that was great. But basically, it starts off with the screen comes up, but it's like it's the loading screen for the application, and it's just kind of this like black bluish kind of screen, and it just sits there and doesn't load. And I've left my computer on for like an hour or more, actually more than that, never freaking loaded. So I'm like, great. So I try practically everything under the sun, doesn't work. I'm like, all right, whatever. So then I start thinking about, you know, what can I do? What can I do with the posting situation? So I started looking at other video editors, just different problems, well, with those. Interesting. I was looking at other video editors, and there were just different things I didn't like about those. So, and this is after I uninstalled the video editor I was using. So I reinstalled the video editor I was using. It comes up, it loads. I'm like, okay. So I create a new like project. They're worded as projects. But I create a new project, and I go to import all my stuff, all the clips, and none of them, like all the clips are just, they say like they have a loading kind of, the clips when they import have kind of their own like loading screen, So it's like all the clips will show up in this one column, and until they import, which should only be about a couple minutes, like 3 at most, if not 1. I mean, it depends on the length of the clip or video, but anyway, so instead of the clips that I import actually like loading, they just stay like the cover image, the thumbnail of the videos are black, and then they just say 0% of where, you know, they should be loading, and it just stays there for like an hour or so. So I was just like, you know what, screw this, I'm done with this video editor. Started using a different one, and that's how I've been able to start uploading and posting again. So yeah, and the whole video editor situation dilemma, yeah, you know, it's not an exaggeration of that break between the days of the video I last, what was that, a pull day, I think? Was that a leg day? It was either a leg day or a pull day. That was the last thing I posted before I just uploaded whatever video that was yesterday. So I'm busy trying to remember what it was, what that video was. But anyway, basically, I don't remember. But you know, where I was going with that was, yes, the video editor dilemma did take that long. Like, there weren't days that I just like sat around and didn't do anything. I mean, each day I spent trying to figure out what the issue was, doing a whole bunch of shit, on top of dealing with other shit on top of that. I just said on top of twice. You know, dealing with external factors and events on top of that. So yeah, the last like week has been something. But thankfully, so good news is I found a different video editor, started using it, works amazing. My videos are posting, that's what matters. So content drought is finally over with. So yeah, and the mic issue is now fixed as well. So honestly, when I get back from, this is another thing I need to talk about. I don't know when I'm going to talk about it, but I'm already at the gym, so I kind of want to get in there. So I'm just going to go into what today is, and then maybe I might talk about it during the postcard talk on the way home if I have enough battery or if I decide to do one. But anyway, today is day 6 of, yeah, today's 6 days out. Today's 6. Today's 6 days out from the show. So I'm currently in my depletion phase, which is, to put it simply, it's basically the last stretch of, you know, not eating anything. And it's the last stretch of, you know, dialing everything down and cutting back calories and everything. So started that yesterday. I'm ending that tomorrow. Tomorrow for me is Monday. So, well, I don't want to say I'm ending that tomorrow. The last day of it is tomorrow. So Tuesday I'll be starting my carb up phase. So I'll finally be able to eat more. But let me tell you, at least for me, this like yesterday and today, basically this depletion phase has been the worst part of it. Which, I mean, really it makes sense because it's the last bit and you're depleting even more. and I'm also choosing to eat the lower amounts of stuff rather than the higher, the higher range of stuff I'm allotted. So just to really dig deep, so to speak, and really, push myself with these last 3 days. So, well, with these 3 days of depletion. And then starting Tuesday through Thursday is going to be my carb up phase. Friday is going to be like a stabilizer or equalizer kind of day. And then Saturday show day. So really just carry through from Friday. And that's it. So, yeah, just been really for this depletion phase, I've just been trying to not focus on the days and like the time and everything, because the more I think about it, it's like the longer it seems to take, or the longer it seems to be. Now, something else I just realized I didn't even mention is that today would be my posing practice day. So, why is the title push day? Why is the title, last push day of prep? So what I decided to do, and I already mentioned this before, well, actually I don't know if you can hear it or not in that video, but so early on I decided to not lift on Thursday. Because Thursday would have been, the repeat part of the PPL. So it would have been my push day B. That's the one where I start with incline dumbbell. So I decided to not lift on Thursday just to give myself more time and rest and whatnot. And then I decided as of today to not lift on Wednesday either. And reason for that is because Wednesday is going to be a leg day. So, well, there are two reasons for that. One, Wednesday is going to be a leg day. Two, I don't want to have a lot of inflammation still in my body and throughout my body, or built up at all by or on show day. So yeah, the more inflammation you have, the less good you're gonna look, So basically, now, although on Wednesday I'm gonna do the posing practice that I didn't do today. So basically, I'm moving the posing practice from today, Sunday, to Wednesday, and then I'm just taking push-pull legs, the last push-pull legs of prep, and I'm just moving it back one day. So Sunday is going to be push, so that's why the title is push day. Monday's going to be pull, and then Tuesday's going to be legs. I'll get into more stuff later that I just thought about now, because like I said, I want to get in there, so we're going to go ahead and do that. But yeah, I'm definitely I'm definitely glad to have all the problems that I was having with video editing and whatnot, all the technical difficulties that I realized and didn't realize I was having. Glad that those are all resolved, so now we can finish this all this content stuff on a good note. So anyway, but yeah, the warm-up videos though, as far as the microphone part goes when I'm speaking, yeah, those are screwed, so that's great. Honestly, when I come back from my trip, which I'll get into post-lift, either post-lift or one of these lifts, honestly, when I start bulking again, I might just, redo the warm-up videos, just so that way it's actually, I'm putting up good content rather than, shit. So anyway, Today's push day, so yeah, gonna get in there, warm up, and then hop on bench and get started. And yeah, this is the last push day of prep, so gotta make it happen. Gotta really bring it today, and yeah, let's go make shit happen. see if that damn button got pressed. Alright, we're good. So, anyway, overall, great push day. Everything felt amazing. I look great. It's a great day, you know, finally. It's like past 3 to 4 days, maybe even 5, I don't know. I just know it's been a minute, but it's like during the day, every 5 minutes, something would happen. And it's just like one thing on top of another. And yeah, anyway. But hey, it's all good. You know what? At the end of the day, it's all good. Cool thing, and I notice this a lot when I'm looking in the mirror. And this is like raw, or at least, you know, maybe it might not be like raw, but sometimes it might be, well, not sometimes, but when first wake up in the morning, I'm looking in the mirror, my tricep, just like the way it just comes around, like how you can, I mean, right now, and this is kind of really interesting because it's like, to me, you know, because my tries are pumped, they would be, you know, bigger, right? So it's like normally I can see some tricep, like this kind of under part. Well, really it's like the back part here, but it, like, I guess when it's not pumped, it shows off, so it's almost like it just engulfs my bicep. I don't know, to me it's just like the coolest thing ever to have big ass triceps that, like, you know, they're just coming out, you know, adding this like roundness to the back of your arm. It's the coolest thing ever. But, and that's when I'm like fasted, my fasted look or my raw look, depends on when I go, if I, you know, use the bathroom in the morning or not. But freaking striations galore over here. And veins galore. I mean, veins through the legs, feathering through the legs. Damn, this side is better outside feathering. Anyway, but yeah, one last day of this depletion part, and then Tuesday I can finally eat a little bit more. Start on the low end and then gradually work up to the top range, top number of whatever food, whatever has a range or a top number. Work up to that. But yeah, overall, everything felt great. Everything looks great. So yeah. But yeah, this is it. It's the last push day of prep. So next push day is when I'll definitely be at more of a, I don't know about baseline, but we'll talk about it in the car. But yeah, I'm gonna practice my posing routine because I need to. I didn't last night, so I was exhausted last night. Yeah, I was absolutely exhausted last night. So anyway, I'm gonna practice my posing routine, see if I can hit it first try or not. But anyway, yeah, other than that, try well, first I'm gonna pack up and then practice unless I feel like recording it. But yeah, let's I'll see you in the car. All right, just hop back in the car. Oh, my thing got turned. There we go. All right, I didn't realize that. Just got back in the car, practiced the routine a couple times, felt solid about it. Getting more and more synced with the song, so that's good. Yeah. So, all right. So yeah, that's the last push day of prep. So next time we'll be seeing the push days when I start bulking again, which kind of brings me into this other topic. I don't know if I've mentioned it. I might have, I might not have, but I'm going 2 days after my trip, so basically I have 1 day of, like, you know, resting at home, you know, kind of day, and then the next day, so it's like show day, and then kind of rest at home, do whatever kind of day, and then next day, so Monday, because my show's on a Saturday, so Monday I'm leaving, or I'm flying out to Montana. It's the same trip I've been doing. This will be my 3rd year, so for 2 years, well, going on 3 years now. So, well, oh shit. There we go. Alright, so why do I mention this? Because I've gained a shitload of subscribers since last year. So, why do I mention this? Well, because where I'm going, I don't really like to call it a summer camp, because it's not really a summer camp. I mean, you can view it as a summer camp, but I like to look at it as more of a group hangout. And it's a special trip where, you know, you kind of hang out for a few days, then you go out into the outdoors and, well, live life and enjoy outdoors. And well, that means and I mean, you know, that's not like just it. There are more activities throughout the entire thing. But where I'm staying, the place I stay at, is kind of in like a valley-ish area in the mountains of Montana. So that means is no data, so like no service, unless I ask for the Wi-Fi there. But I'm not really, I don't like to do that, because I like to use this trip as an escape from the outside world and, you know, the phone technology in general. And yeah, just enjoy the outdoors and whatnot. But yeah, especially when we all go out and do our thing in the wilderness. This year we're going on a canoeing thing, so no, kind of interested to see how this works, because it's like, I don't know if we're canoeing somewhere and then camping there and then canoeing back to somewhere, or it's like if we just kind of progress down this river or whatever we're canoeing down, and we like do make a campsite each night or each time. But really, I think we're just going to one spot and then camping out and then just hanging out in that one spot. But who knows, I could be wrong. I have no idea. It's different every year what we do, because there's like a 3 3-day portion that's dedicated to doing something in the wilderness and whatnot, with all the people that are there, whether that's, you know, you're a participant or you're on the staff. So reason I mention it this year, though, talk about it now, because it's the same day every year. So for those that have been with me since well, early on, I actually started recording. I started doing the YouTube thing after I came back my first year from this exact trip. So yeah, I just thought about that. So yeah, I started this whole YouTube gig, recording gig, after I came home from that trip, because that's when I decided, I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do it, and we're gonna see what happens. So hey, I haven't looked at the subscriber count in a minute, but last time I looked at it, it was like 450 something, so, you know, it was either 425 or 450 something, I don't remember which one, but anyway, so this year, rather than going as a participant, for this specific program, like I said, it's the same day every year, so July 1st through to July 10th. Now, July 1st and 10th are travel days, so it's like, really, it's more of 8 days of actually doing something, or 8 days of actually being there, if you don't include the travel days. So, anyway, but this year, it's a little bit different. So, this year, rather than being a participant of the program, I'm going to be on the, you know, part of the staff. So this year I'm going out a little bit early. This year I'm going about a week and some change earlier. So yeah, so I'm late. So my competition is on June 20th, and I'm leaving June 22nd. So basically, I'm spending and June 22nd is going to be a travel day. So, you know, anyway, I say that as if like you want to include the travel days in or not, but you know, it's a week or 2 weeks and however long of a trip. I think it's like 2 weeks and 4 days. I'd have to go back and look at the calendar. But yeah, so this year I'm spending from June 22nd to July 10th there. So yeah, basically the last lift is going to be on Tuesday. And then as far as any other videos after that, it depends on what I can put out after my competition. So basically here's what's going to happen. So I'm going to keep putting out, you know, the lifting videos up until Tuesday, or I guess Wednesday, because I do the 1 day delayed posting schedule. So really it depends on what I do after that, or what I decide to post after that, if anything. But so there might be another video that comes out between then and so basically, okay, let me rephrase all of that. Basically, the last video before my trip is either going to be the lift itself, or if I'm able to get out all the actual legitimate show day content, then well, that's what I'm gonna do. So yeah, if I'm able to get out all of the show day content, pictures and videos and whatnot, and splice them together or something, then I'm gonna do that. But otherwise, if I just don't get to it or something, or if I'm just exhausted and don't feel like working on it, and just feel like enjoying myself after my competition, then I'll just post all that stuff once I get back from Montana, which is going to be July 11th. So, or sorry, I'll be coming back July 10th, but yeah, we'll see what happens. It depends. Well, if I do have any content that I don't have posted, then I'll be sure to get it out between Monday when I get back and Monday, because July 10th is a Friday, I believe, either a Thursday or a Friday. So it's either a Thursday or a Friday. So basically, I'm not gonna lift until Monday, so that way I can stay with the same push-pull leg schedule. Unless I decide to change my split, then that'll change things up. But I really don't think I'm gonna do that, unless something like. If I decide to change my split, it's gonna be because whatever I change it to is gonna somehow provide me, it's going to be better for me in some sort of way. That's really the only reason I change what I do, is if it benefits me more than what I'm previously doing. So yeah, but yeah, just to kind of recap it, because I don't know if I missed anything that I wanted to say. So just to kind of recap it, either Tuesday or either Tuesday is gonna be the last video before my trip, or some sort of show day content is, or maybe even pre-show day content. Depends on what I do, or depends on if I decide to record anything before then. So yeah, and yeah, so other than that though, yeah, it's gonna be like basically a two and a half week break from, I would say, gym time, but not exercising, because when I'm there I do exercise. I just really can only do calisthenics, because I think there's like kettlebells and shit there, and like sandbags, but other than that there's not gym equipment. So it's like, really, I just do a whole bunch of calisthenics and whatnot, and that's about it. So yeah, this year's trip will be interesting. We're excited for that as well. So yeah, but yeah, basically either Tuesday's gonna be the farewell or whatever. If I can get something posted before I leave, then that video or those videos, depending on what I put out, then those are going to be the farewell. So yeah, but yeah, I just wanted to put that out there as like, so that way people aren't wondering, what the hell happened? Did you die? But yeah, other than that, I think that's all I got. So I will see you tomorrow for the last pull day of prep.